Hello everybody. Today I'm gonna show you how I like to tie up my handles right now. Right now I'm just using shoestrings that came specifically with these glow sticks. I'll show you what I do. Find a point and then start doing your regular knot. So one of those. And I kind of like these strings because even after tying this double knot, you can still adjust the exact placement of the knot. But anyways, the thing that we're trying to accomplish here in order to be able to properly do color changes, throws sometimes need specific lengths. Anyways, the thing that you want, and this is going to vary depending on your palm width and whatnot. Thing that you want is for while you're holding the stick, you want the string to be long enough so that it'll wrap around one half, the other half, and then set nicely in your hand like that. See this? It's a little bit too short, so I'll adjust by doing that. And basically you just keep adjusting the length until you find the perfect right spot. You want it to feel like it's squeezing your hand a little bit, because when you're doing the color changes, it'll tend to slide a little bit, so it's okay if it seems tight like this right now. But anyways, that's how you properly get the length for your strings, is while you're holding the one stick, wrap around your hand once, twice, 3 times to fit perfectly in your hand like that. That's the key to having your handles the right length. It's going to vary from person to person again, because it depends on your hand size, so a smaller hand is going to have a shorter length of string. Anywho, so yeah, once I've done that and found the right length with this excess here, what I'll do is take each individual string, make a loop, put the excess through the loop, and then put the loop all the way down to the base of the excess. So that's not good enough. I have to get it all the way down. And what I'm doing this for is to basically lock in where the knot is, so that it's not lengthening while you're spinning. That's one problem with certain types of shoestrings. Like if they're too smooth, a regular knot might not be enough to keep the knot from migrating up your strings and thereby lengthening your handles. You want this length of handles to stay that way after you're spinning. A lot of times, if you don't have the knot right, or the wrong strings with the wrong knot, you'll do an orbital, and suddenly you can even feel it, like it feels like it slipped, and all of a sudden your strings are longer. So by putting this knot on each excess, on each excess string, you basically prevent it from being able to go any longer. Just like that. And so now, when I pull, that's not going anywhere. And then it's up to you. You can leave this, you can cut it off and burn the edges. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure when you're holding it, it wraps around 3 times and sits in your hand snugly. That way, when you're actually doing the color changes, it'll slide right into your hand. And other times, if you want to do catches, or you can go into short string shotguns, Yeah, it's all about that specific length, and it's dependent on your hand shape and size. Back once, twice, 3 times, sets in the hand nice and snug. That's it. For the second way that I tie my handles, we're still gonna go off that same concept of making sure it'll wrap around, but this time I'm gonna use paracord instead of shoestring. Now, paracord is what I used when I was first learning. So like the first few years that I was spinning, this is the way that I did it, using a bowline knot. And I'll show you how I do that. The benefits of doing it this way instead of with shoestrings, one, the main reason why I used paracord was, let's say you're going to a rave or a party or something and you plan on like cracking several sets of sticks. If you think about it, the way I tied this up, there's no undoing that. Maybe there is, but the glow sticks from Duraloom, each glow stick comes with a set of strings. So I've got tons of these. This is why I've started using them. But these strings are really light and really thin, so I feel like they're a little bit more versatile, and they'll allow you to do things like orbitals, where a stiff string like this is going to have a harder time winding up. Anyways, and also a thing to keep in mind is you don't want strings that are stretchy. Paracord is a little stretchy, but I think it's the right amount of stretchiness. And these actually are not stretchy at all. So that is one downside to this kind of shoestring. They're not stretchy at all. If you have a little bit of stretchiness, I feel like it helps you out a little bit, because let's talk about like an isolation. You have to have your hand and the momentum of the glow stick, which is already a really light object. You have to have them kind of equally going, and if your string is really if it's stretchy, I feel like it helps with isolations. If it's not stretchy at all, it makes isolations really difficult. You kind of have to have your technique on point to pull off the isolations without stretchy strings. That is one benefit with these. However, as you're doing isolations or orbitals, one thing that I've noticed doing it with bowlines is as it's going around, it'll kind of get caught up, thereby lengthening the distance between the sticks, and then all of a sudden, as you get to a certain point, it like gives, and then so like I don't know. It's hopefully that makes sense to you guys. But the benefit of doing this is you can easily undo this bowline knot, put on a new set of sticks, retie it back up. So I'll show you guys how to do this one too. I've already got this one on. I'll show you with this one. So start with the string through, or the stick through the string, and then you want to make a loop. And you want the loop to be like that, or sorry, you want it to be like that. So you want this part of the loop to be on the top. You don't want it to be on the bottom like that. You want it like that. Okay. Alright, so you've got your stick through, you've got your loop on the top. You take the excess of the string, you go. I think there's like a little nursery rhyme or something for it, like for the bowline knot. It's like the bunny's in the hole, the bunny comes out of the hole, the bunny goes around the tree, and then the bunny goes back in the hole. And then once the bunny's back in the hole, you can pull all this excess out, like that. And basically that's the way a bowline should look. And of course, if this isn't a good visual of it, Google bowline knot. I'm sure it'll help you out. But anyways, once you got that going, make sure you got the right length and you're good to go. Again, you want to use the 1, 2, 3 snug. And that's 2 ways to tie your handles. Go play with handles. They're awesome. Alright, bye guys.